I want to dive in the definition of accountability, which is taking ownership of your actions, decisions, and their outcomes without making excuses. Key areas can include meeting deadlines, admitting mistakes, managing personal finances or health, and upholding commitments to others.
I figured most people was gonna talk about relationships, so I just talk about how you lose your job when you ain't accountable. Just a personal example, make it real quick. Like, I drive trucks. I've been doing it about 12 years. And I'm thinking I did good. Like, I'm halfway to my destination, 2 hours in. It's raining. It's 3 in the morning. Motherfucker cut me off. Ain't nobody on 35. So I swerved. That bitch started fishtailing. I missed the wall. It's going the other way. I bumped the wall a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it didn't do no damage. It was like 2 scratches. Wasn't no dents, no broken headlights, no nothing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, shit, I did something good because I could have wrecked this bitch. Well, I ain't call them and tell them. And I want to say about, they waited till Friday. That Friday, shit, she was like, hey, after I was at home, yeah, I need you to come in tomorrow and give me a report because I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I told her what happened. She was like, well, you should have just called in and let us know then. That way you could have been accountable for it. And, you know, since it wasn't no damage, you'd have been all right. But since the cameras went off and everything, put red flags up, now they feel like you hiding something. I'm like, well, you could check the truck. You know what I'm saying? You could look at the cameras and see I avoided some real shit. But since I didn't call them and tell them when it happened, motherfuckers let me go. Damn. On my day off.
You got fired on your day off. I'm sorry to hear about that. Day off. Yeah.
Shit, if it happened, man, just go ahead and tell them, like, look, hey, this happened just so, because I know you're going to know about it. Because I knew the cameras went off, but I'm like, man, I ain't fucked nothing up. Ain't nobody in no accident. It was an incident. It wasn't even an accident. So they let me go. So from now on, it's just like, hey, if it happened, at this point, man, I'm at the point like, a job is a job. Like, man, fuck it. If you don't let me go, let me go, goddammit. I'm just gonna tell you and we're gonna
Go
see
on
where it
about
go.
the day. I can let you know what's
I done
going
lost
on
a
with
job
me.
or two before. Shit.
Yeah.
So, of course, you know, I got my own HVAC business, correct? Mm-hmm. So I'm staring off into trucking business besides the HVAC business. So I didn't realize, okay, they was like, it's this thing in the truck where you have to have like a ELD to track your time and everybody. And I know Tom familiar with it. So they was like, the salesman was like, oh yeah, we got this motive thing. It's an ELD that comes with it and you get a discount. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. So, you know, I need to set my down payment. You know, being busy with HVAC, I didn't even take a look and I didn't understand that they told me I have to get this motor a certain time. If not, you know, I have to have this device. So I'm thinking like, okay, when I call them, it's a third party. They just want more money. I had time to get it. Mm-hmm. So I got time to pay my monthly, for the insurance. They said, well, did you get the motive? They was like, if you don't get it by this date, which is like the 26th, they gave me like 30 days. It was more like 60 days because they give you a little extension. And I'm like, well, shit, I didn't know that I thought y'all gonna ship it because it was part of my discounted plan. Well, did I know? They was like, no, if you don't get it, we gonna cancel your insurance and you won't be able to reinstate it. I said, y'all ain't gonna reinstate my insurance? So they was like, no, you have to get it. I was like, okay, so I'm hustling, trying to get the people. So I ordered it, right? So it's a whole contract, like you gotta pay for it. So I had to take action, and I'm like, okay. So they sent it like 2 days before my account finna be closed, right? So I can't get it installed in time. So guess what? I done lost my down payment, and I done started another plan that I have to pay for the year, and then they won't let me cancel it because I'm on a contract. So now I'm sitting up here, gotta pay the whole damn year for this device, and I don't even got the insurance.
Wow.
So, you know, I'm hurting right now.
They ain't just give you the option to pay more without the ELD?
No. Well, see, that's the thing is, I could have refused it And then, you know,
You just had to pay more.
I would just have to pay the insurance, but since I'm thinking it's part of discount and they were going to send it to me, they was like, no, we don't send it. You have to call them and set it up. I said, well, that's a third party then. Because when I did call them, it was like, well, you know, you got to set it up. It's this a month. But I'm like, it's not into my insurance.
Hell no.
So is there ever a time you shouldn't take accountability for things in certain situations?
Yeah, for something you didn't do or something you're not responsible for, it's not my fault.
That's what I wrote
Yeah,
down.
I'm not taking accountability for your stuff.
Right?
I'll take accountability for mine, but not yours.
And see, that's what
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
if you're in an interrogation room, don't take accountability for nothing.
What
talk,
they say?
talk to your lawyer first.
Everything will be held against you.
Exactly.
Has
So,
there been a time that
whether you did it or not, if you're getting interrogated, don't take
Don't say
accountability.
nothing.
Don't
Has
say
there been a
nothing.
time y'all took accountable of things that y'all shouldn't have?
Nah.
Speak your experience, girl.
In a relationship. And I guess on my job when I'm not gonna say who I was working for, but I started with a job. I had a job one time, and my supervisor, she just wasn't a good supervisor. And when everything was going good, she took all the credit. But when everything went bad or something went bad, she made the employees who reported to her own up to, oh, this was me, or okay, I dropped the ball here, even though
It wasn't
we
on you.
didn't drop the ball, but we had to take the accountability for it failing as a team. But when we succeeded, it was her, and it wasn't her, it was us. So yeah, in that situation, I was made to take accountability for something that I did my part, but now she want to say it's a team thing when it's going wrong. Yeah, when it's going wrong, but when everything's going good,
Right,
she's
she
the
want to
only
take
one who gets
accountable
the
for
credit.
those credit.
And then in a relationship, I was in a relationship, and I didn't realize it at the time, but I found myself taking accountability for things that were going wrong, that there really was his issues, but I was trying to fix them. Yeah, because the way I was viewing it was wrong. You know, I was holding both ends of the stick, holding it all together, doing my half plus his. And so in that situation, I found myself, not because I tried to, I'm one of those people, I'm real loyal when I'm in. And so, but I don't advise that to a certain degree, to a certain degree, you know. And so that's another time that I found myself taking accountability for someone else's
Other actions.
miss. Yeah.
What about you, Favorite Tay? I heard you was over here saying, go ahead, spill the beans.
All the time, I take accountability. I work. That's what I do. I'm sorry.
Day in, day out.
But I have a lot of people come to me asking for help. And I help them. And guess what? Sometimes they do things wrong. I end up saying it's my fault. So I do that all the time. So I'm learning how to put boundaries
on those.
So like you saying, like maybe you put somebody in a job they wasn't really qualified for type shit. I done did that too. Them niggas wasn't shit either though.
Yeah.
Look, we all got fired.
No, for real.
Man, I think I can speak on one, being in motherhood sometimes. I forget that we raise children that has a lot of emotions. They still trying to figure out life.
Right.
And so because we feel like life is so figured out, we brush them off a lot of times. And so sometimes I do take accountable of things that she gonna one thing about her is she gonna let me know, Mama, you did this to me, or you made me feel this way. And I do take accountability of my actions and say, hey, I'm sorry that I made you feel this way. I didn't do it on purpose. She might give me pushback. No, you meant to do it on purpose, but you know, just being a mother or just having family members itself, sometimes we lack the way that we make other people feel, and we don't take accountable of ourselves or, you know, of our own actions. So I'm trying to work on that, just having a little one, you know.
I'm gonna backdoor that little parenting because people be like, stop cussing around my kid, little Mike. I'm like, if he gonna cuss, it ain't cause of me. That motherfucker wanna cuss.
Right.
And to back off what you just said, you got people that's in restaurants and in stores, and you know, black people, we be like, well, I would have whooped that little nigga ass. But some of these people don't take accountable for their own kids. They just let them scot free, and then they roam and do whatever. What they say, school shootings,
bullying,
Starts at home.
killing their parents, you know,
Right.
things of that nature. It's to speak about that. I think it's called Uvalde Elementary School. The one where that one kid, he went to the elementary school and shot a whole bunch of kids.
Right.
And right now, the only person that they're trying to make accountable of this whole situation is this one police officer. He's on trial based off of the actions that he did or what he should have done, as they feel like, on during that shooting. And when I looked at it, I just felt like I was a little sad for him, because a lot of the times we be like, you know, F the police, but understanding they're human beings too. They can only do one thing at a time. Right. And I just feel like right now they're trying to charge him with stuff on him sitting back on the sidelines while the person is shooting, him calling for backup, as they feel like he should have been taking more action because he had a partner. But understanding they only come with one pistol,
Right.
9mm.
Hey.
It comes with possibly 12.
Yeah, 15
You in the line of
maybe.
Duty.
Yeah.
No, but
This man step in and you step in. Hey,
they should have sent the SWAT team in.
But
Not no
But
too
if
long
you
officer.
already there, you got to try to assess the situation and do
that's the
something.
problem.
No,
That's
you get
why
the
they
kids
holding
out.
him accountable, because he did nothing. His response time was so slow. He didn't call 911, and then when other officers arrived to the scene, he
tucked his
wouldn't
tail.
even let them go into school. They wanted to go in.
see, I ain't
Not
see
just
all
the
that.
parents wanted to go in, but other police officers. He was like, "No, we're waiting on a specific unit." They were armed and ready to go in to, you know, to get the man
go
out
ahead.
or whatever.
Okay.
It's just one guy. Everybody ain't gonna get shot, you know.
Right.
And
that's
everybody,
true.
y'all all
And you
got
got on
guns.
a vest.
Y'all got
Nigga,
guns.
man
He
the
got
fuck
one
up.
gun. You know what I mean, or whatever. But
Yeah.
he told them no, and they stood outside with their guns. Parents out there too, knowing their kids is in the school. You hear the bullets and you hear the shots going off, and he's saying no, you can't go in. He needs to be held accountable.
They should have shot him.
What
They
you
went
got
on
in your
in.
mind?
No, for real.
I hear you feel like it's a little disagreement. What you think?
Well, at first
What's
I was
your-
agreeing that he shouldn't get charged for,
Charged for- yeah,
but after
what's
hearing
going
the
on.
extra
Hearing what you-
details,
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he definitely
Yeah,
should get
see,
charged.
and I didn't think. I just seen.
And I
like,
think more of the
whatever they
officers,
show off,
the other officers should have just, bum rushed him.
They all stood
Yeah, they
there
should have
and they
bum
followed
rushed
his
him and just went
command
in.
because
Nah.
he was the highest ranking officer.
Nah.
They
But was
did
that-
not go in?
that was the first original post officer that was at the scene.
You know, that was the sergeant or the man in charge in that of the police department in Uvalde.
Oh, see, no, what I'm talking about is one of the ones that's
A first
on the stand.
responder?
Yes, he came in because he heard the shots. I think he was just the patrol officer that was on site. And it's this one clip that shows him just holding back. They felt like he was resting against the wall, but in the whole time
Nigga
on
was
the camera,
scared.
yeah, he was just really trying to call for backup. And then he had a person behind him with him, but it's just like them two with a 9 and a machine or whatever the gun they had.
The whole thing
gotta
was
get out
was
there.
horrible. You had parents showing up. We hear the shooter in there.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let, and I get you don't want all the parents bum rushing into school. I get that it causes more chaos, but some parents was sneaking around, going in the windows. Some went in there and got their kids out
Yeah.
because you're not letting. Not only are you not letting the parents in, you're not even letting the officers go in. They on the scene,
Right.
And you still whoever call it was, you're not letting them
Let
go
him
in.
go. And y'all have drones for that
Yeah,
type of
that's
stuff. What you
crazy.
thinking?
I think they should hold the parents accountable for the kid action, because how he get access to the guns?
Oh, he was trained. He grew up around guns.
Exactly.
He wrote about it. He posted about it all the time. He been shooting since he was like 5.
Right.
With big assault rifles.
Didn't he shoot the person he was staying with though?
I think it was his grandparents. They
Yeah.
were old too.
Yeah, yeah. So
the
he
parents
was
wasn't
that was
even
out.
in it.
Like I think they was the first target, and then he left off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anybody realize some things that's going on around the world that you feel like we should hold a little bit more? You know, maybe the president should hold. A little bit.
That's exactly what came to mind. The president.
But I ain't trying to get our podcast
Let's get in
taken out of the
politics.
internet.
Hey,
Right, the
it's open, baby. It's open.
I was
But,
gonna
Take
say
it.
that.
How about this? it's kind of a relationship topic of who, and it's an example. Okay, have y'all grew up watching Popeye? Mm-hmm. So in that, in that triangle of love, who is accountable for all the drama? You got Popeye and Pluto, and then you got
Olive Oil.
So that's an interesting task. So who's held accountable for the actions of Pluto taking actions, Popeye taking actions, or Olive Oil? Who do y'all think?
She could have shut that shit down.
Yeah, Olive Oil.
She was just a thought ass, hot in the ass.
Right.
I cannot.
I don't see. I mean, I don't know it like that. I mean, y'all have to educate me. I watched it, but I never realized she was so problematic because I don't know the history, and I didn't get this from the cartoon. I watched it as a kid, but what is this about? Her being toxic? Y'all saying she's toxic?
So basically,
I ain't gonna say she toxic. Go ahead.
She a hoe? You said she a hoe. Yeah. A thought. You said a thought.
All right, well, basically what it is it's supposed to be Popeye and Olive Oil's boyfriend and girlfriend. But it seemed like every time Popeye turned his back, she hollering at Bluto or Brutus. So it's actually a four-way because Bluto and Brutus is two different people. And so she messing with both of them. And then at the end of the cartoon, they always fighting. That's what they fighting about.
Popeye and
whoever she talking
they
to.
fighting.
I like they
That's
do
what they
now.
fighting the whole time. They fighting over Olive Oil.
I never watched
Yeah.
it. I watched it, but I did not. That wasn't my takeaway.
Yeah.
it's like
But
good
that's what it was
guy
about.
versus bad guy, and the fight is Popeye. He like I said, he be down. He has to all of a sudden save Olive Oil from Brutus because she is so love, but then he was bad at the same time. And so Popeye was like, that's my girl. And so it's a battle between, okay, every time she get into a little altercation with Pluto, she got to come to Popeye. And then that's when Popeye got to power up and get her love back or protect her from Pluto, even though she has that love for both of them, both sides. And so Popeye got to take, some accountability for allowing
For being with a thigh.
Olive Oil, exactly, to persuade him into protecting her. You know what I mean?
For having his nose wide open.
I can make it like
That's
modern
That's what it
day.
is.
Modern day.
Modern day, the way it was, Popeye, that nigga was scrawny. He was
henpecked. That's
deformed.
what
He
you
had
call
a
henpecked.
lazy eye. He was smoking all the time.
He had
but
muscles.
that spinach was that green. That nigga pull out that knot on her and he won her over.
He had muscles.
He had to really fight, but that was the fight. He pull out that,
Yeah.
and now it's, she go with this nigga.
So basically, she's a narcissist. She had supply on the side. On the side of Popeye. Yeah.
So, what is the biggest problem that we have with accountability? Like just going down certain type of brackets, and I'm gonna give you a few. So they have personal accountability, which is owning mistakes, actions, behaviors, decisions, emotional regulations, personal values, self-care. Then you have professional, workplace, deadlines and commitments, quality of work, communicating statuses, supporting team members, respecting time, solving problems. And then you have interpersonal and resource environmental, which is financial management, environmental stewardship, which is managing your waste and environment. And then you have communication, respecting boundaries, and promises. What are some things that we, like I could say, could be on the number one top list that we don't take accountable of?
Anything you wrong for?
Our own actions. I think that's, most people struggle with when you are wrong, admitting that I'm wrong.
There you wrong. Yeah.
That's a big
So would
one.
that be a part of that'll be a part of ownership, but could that go
Itself.
towards communication too?
Yeah, a little bit.
If communication is the thing you're wrong about.
Oh, that makes sense.
So
yeah.
that's a specific thing, but I
Yeah,
think
you're right.
just accountability in general, most people struggle with it because it requires you to own your shit. You got to look at yourself and really you're saying, hey, I'm wrong. Whatever you wrong about, I'm wrong.
Most people just want to justify why they wrong. That way it go over a little easy.
Right.
Like, I'm still wrong, but this why.
That's why, yeah.
And the why don't really matter.
Right.
Because that ain't really when you take accountability, you just got to own it. You can't put a but on there. I'm
Right.
sorry, but you made me feel
you
like
made me
I'm
feel this
sorry,
way.
but it ain't no but.
Yeah.
That's not accountability
Or ownership.
or ownership.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, yeah.
You're erasing everything you just apologized for, everything you just said that you did wrong. wrong. When you come with that but changes everything. You just gave yourself an excuse.
What you disagree about?
Shit, you gonna have to hear me. If you gonna put all this on me, like, oh, you wrong, you supposed to do this. All right, you right. You got that. I done did it plenty of times. You know what? I ain't gonna do it no more. But let me explain why this happened. And now that you got your point across, I'm gonna get mine across, and then we could take it from there. But at least you know why I did it. It wasn't just being outright just fucked up and deceitful or nothing.
So
I gotta get my point across. Depending, unless I was being deceitful, then it's like I ain't gonna say shit. Like whatever.
You can explain why you did whatever.
Right.
But at the end of that explanation, it has to be, I'm sorry for doing this, and put a period after that. Yeah.
After I explain myself.
You can explain and then own. You got to take ownership.
It's the biggest part. I don't care what you're dealing with, because you got to self-reflect and understand before you can move forward in certain things. Because if you don't take accountability, how can you understand your mistakes that you did and learn from them?
Right.
Because they don't want to learn.
Right.
They don't want to learn from it.
Now, us as a people,
Yeah, that's one of the hardest thing to do is look at yourself and realize your own mistakes.
That's
Yeah.
because we didn't grow up like
Right.
that. If you think about it,
Yeah.
like sometimes we fail to our actions and mistakes that we still learning. Everybody is learning step by step that we still figuring out how to take accountability without feeling any type of way.
Right.
You know.
Do y'all remember, like, it was a time in our lives, I feel like everybody in this room, we didn't even use the word accountability. But your mom probably said, you know, baby, or your grandmama, if it's everybody else, if it's always everybody else and never you, then it's you.
Then it's you.
That's the same thing as she was trying to tell you.
Word.
You got to take accountability.
Right.
But we didn't have that word at that time. And so accountability came up, whatever. And now everybody is on this accountability journey, which is cool. I wish we had more of it. Huh?
It brought another idea. I'm gonna whoop everybody if y'all don't tell me who did it. So yeah.
Everybody getting in trouble.
Right.
Somebody finna step up.
Yeah, somebody better step out. Yeah.
You did it. I
So
don't want to throw you under the bus, but you know you did that shit.
It's forced accountability at that point in time. But that's another aspect
Let
of
me
it.
change the way it's going in. All right, let me ask y'all this. And some of y'all might know, some of y'all might not. Okay, when it come down to like the NFL right now, it's about 10, 12 coaches got fired. Like the Bills head coach got fired because they wasn't able to get past the hump that they've been getting to. It's a team sport. It's the quarterback. It's people. It's a whole thing that led to this loss. But the coach get fired. Is it right for him to be the only one accountable?
He have a certain expectation. His contract showed that he have a certain expectation. So he's supposed to build. That's why they have built multiple coaches for each point of the field. So you got the defensive offense, and then you got the main head coach. And I'm sure you got a couple of more of them. But at the same time, if you're the main head coach, you're supposed to be able to direct certain things the way it should be structured. If this player ain't doing
their job,
XYZ, or they not showing up like they supposed to, it still falls on you.
It shouldn't though.
It shouldn't, but that's a part of what
because
he
if the
has.
coach doing everything he can and the players is not performing, then I think it should fall more on the
call the play.
players.
It just didn't happen
Let me
right.
ask you, but okay, to your point, if the players aren't performing and you said the coach is doing everything he can, is the coach doing everything he can if you know you got a player on your team and he's underperforming and you allow him to stay? Why ain't nobody getting fired? Why ain't nobody
And then
losing
we'll
their
be back on
job?
the
Contracts. He can't make. I don't think a coach can make that decision.
What?
Don't they have to come from upstairs
You don't
to
know.
fire a player?
You got certain coaches in the NFL who are known for being tough. Jimmy Johnson used to be one of them. We all from Dallas. We in Dallas, whatever.
Right.
He used to be one of them. He didn't play that shit. If you didn't perform, you got to get out this team.
He was go.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to go.
I thought they came from upper
Bill
upper management.
Management, but you got to understand that we have different. We have different structures. Like certain things have to be. Certain management have to align with certain things. So upper is like the management of the whole team.
That's what I'm talking about, not the
They
coach.
can't do nothing with that because they doing the background, the paperwork, whatever they have to deal with on the sidelines, the data, the analytics of everything. But you got a head coach that does the performance part of everything. You have the accountability to deal with the players, not everything that goes up top. That's just like saying you have a supervisor. You got a lead, a supervisor, a manager, a head manager, and then you got the owner. You're not finna go all the way up to the owner because your supervisor ain't doing his job. It's gonna fall on the supervisor.
He might have to, but I was just saying that, well, a supervisor has the power to fire you. But does a head coach have the power to fire a coach? To fire players.
He suggests.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. The ultimate decision coming from upper management.
You're gonna go report it.
Yeah.
But it's some coaches that are in whatever organization are known for being hard asses.
Yeah.
They don't play that shit, and that keeps the guys in line. Like they perform for them because they know whatever the process is, he's gonna go tell whomever he needs to tell. This guy needs to go. So if you got a coach that ain't doing that, he need to go.
Yeah. The one last thing about that, what I'm saying,
I just don't think he need to be the only one.
They done got this far. They record this great. All the plays he been calling, been working on all these other teams. But this team, it ain't working on. It's any given Sunday, like the movie. It could happen. Like the worst team can beat the best team.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't the coach's fault. It was a bad day. Maybe this player was fucked up. This player didn't do this. He got injured or something. But the coach doing everything, calling everything right. It's not like if you get these motherfuckers to the playoffs for the last 2-3 years, but for some reason something go wrong, they didn't get it. You blaming that all on the coach? Now you got to start over with another coach. All right.
They have a certain.
Don't it sound like they got a system that he didn't fit into?
Right. That's what I'm saying. They got a certain contract.
Yeah, they whatever their regime is, he just might didn't fit.
Yeah, you didn't fulfill it. I mean, and we don't know it. We're not in a.
To be the first to go anyway because. Like you say, they work closely with the quarterback, and the quarterback has to design his plays and see what's work. And then his coach because coach calling the plays, they might say something from the top to like, okay, defense is this, and then coach got to pick that play to make sure that it'll work. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? Be able to do his job, but at the end of the day, it still rely on him. You know what I mean? His accountability for not calling that specific play or calling the wrong play. Or, because at the end of the day, it falls on him because he is the head coach as far as offense goes. Mm-hmm. Offense win the game. And he has to call the plays. He the play caller. Whether he can get all his guys together at the same time, he still has to call that play to win them the game. So, yeah, it falls on him. It sucks because if they don't do the play right, then, of course he got to get on, like you say, he got to be a hard ass and get on the guy. No, sit on the bench. Or we gonna keep running this play till y'all get it right because my job
is on the line.
Yeah. So my last question to everyone or each and everyone, it's still kind of the new year, and I do want to ask you, what is something you personally want to take accountable of? You don't have to go if you don't want to go straight into detail. That's fine. But what is one thing that you want to get accountable or be accountable of? Everybody don't speak at once.
I'll go. It's not a New Year's resolution. I don't do that. Yeah. But I'm proud of myself for figuring out. I had to take a good hard look at myself to figure out what I was doing wrong in a certain area. And I struggle with boundaries. I struggle with boundaries with people that are in my life. And I am at a place now that I'm firm on them. I'm firm. I'm running a strict program over here.
Put you on the schedule like my mama.
You gotta come on with it, or you know what I mean. You don't get to hover around. You know what I mean. So so I'm proud of myself for sticking with my boundaries, and because I didn't used to be that person.
Yeah. I guess I got a good example of accountability. My doctor over the last year kept telling me that my cholesterol steady climbing. And so I wasn't changing my eating habits. And finally they put me on medicine. And I hate taking medicine. So now I started eating nothing but salmon, rice, mixed vegetables and stuff like that. So I have to take accountability to my health, try to get back off, cholesterol meds. So that's a good, form of accountability,
I got a question.
I guess.
Just because I take cholesterol medicine too.
Yeah.
What were you eating? I know what my problem was, but what were you eating? A lot of greasy fried stuff?
Yeah, because I work on the road now, so I was always stopping, like, getting burgers or something like that. Processed food,
because I eat a lot of chips.
Yeah,
that's processed.
I know. Yeah, chips.
But I switched. I took accountability too. Good. Now I get baked.
Baked chips.
I'll get back to
Do
you.
some chickpea, like the hippas.
Yeah.
Do some chickpea.
I'm making healthier choices.
Yeah.
I had to put my favorites
Yeah.
down and go to the baked kettle cooked baked.
Yeah.
I'm on all the healthy chips now.
Yeah.
Tom?
I'm gonna say, I'm trying to get my finances together. Like,
Yeah.
just knowing that I make a certain amount of money, and some of the shit I was buying and some of the shit I was doing, it left me with a credit card debt that once that motherfucking interest started to kick in, like it's about to kick in, I said, God damn, I can't pay this shit off yet. So I just opened another one last week, and I'm gonna roll that motherfucker over, but I'm gonna take accountability this time, and I'm gonna pay that
Do
bitch
what you're
off. I got to 2027, but I'm gonna do it this time.
That's funny.
I ain't gonna be buying a bunch of little four-wheelers because my partner got one and stupid shit.
Oh.
But yeah.
I can say for myself, I think I kind of been doing a little bit better. I can say emotional accountability, and giving people thanks for everything that they do. Recently, I did like a whole big old paragraph about thanking everybody around me because sometimes before I used to get so caught up on how I felt or how people would think of me, and it never really went that way. So I kind of took accountable of my own emotions and stopped always thinking it's always them and not me. Like, it's pretty much like ownership, but not really just jumping to the broom or thinking that it's a problem or it's an issue.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take 2026 accountability for the structure and how I structure my business. You know, and making sure that everything, like I say, it has to do with finances too. But the little nicks and gaps, that the extra money that's being utilized for no reason, just like my example today, how I slipped up on the insurance. I gotta make sure that I read everything, and then too, for the audience also, make sure you pay attention to the fine print of what goes on when you're trying to elevate, because whether you know or not, they're gonna hold you accountable. Whether you want them to hold it, whether you try to argue, is in the clause. I can't argue with something that was already written. So, 2026, I don't want to take no shortcuts or shortcut myself in when I'm doing my job.
Amen.
Take accountability, and for the people who help me, to make sure I hold them accountable, to make sure they do their job just as efficient as I would.
Already.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Accountability for it.
Yeah.
That's just it. I noticed that if I take accountability for what I'm doing, it makes me more feel better.
Feel better. You have your host, Taz No Other KT.
I'm here, your boy Tone Block.
14K Dre.
The Real Cherie on IG with a C.
Favorite Tay.
Hey, you know who it is? It stepped in. J-A double to the Z. Yeah.
It's not just, it don't have to just be a relationship that you have to take accountable of. Like, you hear everybody have different things that they're trying to take accountable of, whether it's your health, whether it's finances, whether it's boundaries, communication, ownership. We all take accountable of something. So sometimes we just got to look in our inner selves to see what is it that we need to take accountable of. And also, don't take accountable for other people's actions neither. Okay? This is Zealous Vibes, Rooted in Culture, and we'll be back with you next time.
And don't sign that birth certificate if you ain't sure.
Right?